This is not how I imagined my arrival to Monaco.
We agreed to meet here and it's getting late.
With no time to lose, I went in search of my car.
Whew. The Ferrari 812 Superfast. I cannot really believe that I got this opportunity to drive such an amazing, such a special car just by the name 812. 8 stands for 800 horsepower, 12 stands for V12. So what Ferrari did here is they technically reinvented their 6.3 engine, and here we have a 6.5 V12 naturally aspirated, which just sounds unbelievable.
In my opinion, the Ferrari 812 Superfast is the pinnacle of all GTs. Nowadays, most engines are choked by turbos and superchargers. Many of them are good, but they're all shallow. This V12 is so real, so authentic. It has so much character. It has a soul.
And another thing that I really appreciate here is it's not too much. Yes, it's loud. Yes, it's screaming, but it's not too much. It's beautiful. If I could just have it in my earphones, I would delete iTunes, Spotify, all those things. I don't need them.
And would you like to know the 0 to 100 speed in this soulful beast? 2.9 seconds. And that, folks, is what you call super fast.
The revs do go really high up, and you have to really rev the car in order to first get the experience and in order to get those gears right with this double clutch gearbox, which is of course outstanding, but I'm sure that they have perfected the gearbox. Therefore, the downshifts are way faster than in the previous models, such as the F12 Berlinetta. When we fly into a corner, we're braking and we have those pow, pow, pow.
Before I get to the main point of this film, let me finish my techie geeky stuff.
So what Ferrari did here, they did something unusual for them. They have fitted this car with electric steering, which in fact is not only just an electric steering, it's also smart, so it adapts to the way that you drive. It can make the steering harder, it can make it softer, it can even help you if you're going slightly sideways.
And one more fact.
Another bit which Ferrari added to this car, which I find funky but as well really helpful, is that they have equipped this car with rear wheel steering. So technically what this gives you is it helps you go into turns, and the rear wheels in this case, they work with the front wheels together, so they align sort of the same direction. But if by an accident, for example, you are gonna go sideways inside the car, then the rear wheels can actually work the other direction in order to put you back on track. So this car is not gonna kill you, it's not gonna destroy you. You can actually live with it.
Promise, the last one.
I think that this car has the highest horsepower output per liter of engine. So we have 6.5, so on average this car gives you 123 horsepower per 1 liter of engine. Just listen to that number. You put it onto the weight of this car and you're in a spaceship.
Time now for the main part of the film. Generally, I don't like to take things too seriously. For me, cars are about having fun. But then I understood something. As I positioned the 812 on a cliff right above Monaco, I saw how absolutely gorgeous, mesmerizing and elegant the Superfast is. It's completely in a class of its own, so beautiful that the only parallel I could draw with it is feminine beauty. I'm so intrigued by those stunning eyes thanks to the new LED headlights carefully carved in the body, giving it a real fierce look. The physique is in harmony with its bright red dress, and the lines are designed to precisely fit this fiery red outfit. Finally, The car's delivery of pure performance is like that passionate feminine feeling that puts a smile on every man's face. In many ways, the back of the 812 looks a lot like a stormtrooper, and the front is pretty much an F12 on steroids. Don't get me wrong, this is definitely a good thing. Like the F12, we find now technologies to keep this car going forwards, faster, and keep it cooler. But for some people, there's a problem with this car.
So a lot of people, they talk about the name of the car, 812 Superfast, and not many of them like it. You know, they say, yeah, they should have come up with something Italian name, Italian car. Well, I slightly disagree here. I think the name Superfast, together with the car that they have created, it goes together perfectly. They took a classical, soulful engine, they made a perfect design, and they called it Superfast, which gives it slightly modern feel, a little modern touch, so people like me can actually appreciate it and just love it, just this car.
Guess what stayed the same?
Blinker to the right, obviously we're in a Ferrari, it's annoying, but honestly I could care less about buttons, multimedia. I'm not even gonna touch the multimedia system here.
While a new Ferrari is always exciting, it often comes with a hidden dagger.
Price tag for the Ferrari 812 Superfast is pretty high. All spec'd, full options, it can go over 400,000 euros. A lot of people think that it's too much, it's too expensive. They start comparing it to the McLaren 720S, which is 30-40% cheaper than the 812. I would really like to sort of disagree with that, and I would like to say that can we please stop talking about the price of this car, because you cannot really take this car and put it against money. This is something special, this is something different. You're not just buying physically an engine with wheels, you're buying a little piece of history, you're buying something that will stay with you for years, and therefore this car is just priceless.
And it was time to return the car to the most unexpected owner.
Hello!
That was some nice driving. But I bet I can do better.
No, you can't.
Sure I can.
Well, show me what you got. What? Elena! Open the door! Elena! So now what? Well, I gotta go find another car now.